In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the rear upper control arm on this Audi A4. It's going to be located behind the rear wheels. Let's get into it. In the trunk, lift up where the spare tire is. You can see where the toolbox is right here. Just lift the handle, slide this out. You can open this up. Inside, here's the ring that we're looking for. Using the tool from the trunk, we're going to pull the center cap off. Just in that hole there, just grab that. You can pull the center cap right off. Using a 17mm socket, take the lug bolts out. Before you get to the last one, just hold the wheel on so it doesn't fall. Take that off, then grab the wheel, and it comes right off. With the wheel off, we can see this camber adjuster bolt, and we just want to mark that before we loosen up the nut. We're just going to take a pen or a marker, and we'll just mark it there. You can mark it in a couple places. Just mark it there. There's a little bit of rust on this bolt. I'm just taking a wire brush, cleaning it up a little bit. All right, that's good. I'm just going to use a little rust penetrant. There we go. Using an 18mm wrench on the bolt, 18mm socket on the nut. Take this nut off. Go. At this point, you want to pull the bolt out. Ours is frozen in there, so we're just going to have to cut ours and get a new bolt. Just grab it with some pliers. There we go. So you should have been able to just take that out and then separate that. And just use a pry bar. Just pry the arm out. It's loose. On the back above the muffler, there's a nut above the frame. To take the nut off, we're going to use a 15/16 12-point socket. The nut is actually an 8-point, but it's hard to find an 8-point socket. So a 15/16 12-point works. Ours is a little rusty, so I'm just going to use a hammer. Just tap it on. And on the other side, I'm using a 18mm socket. Just get on the bolt. And pull that nut off and the bolt. And grab the control arm. And it pulls right out. Slide it in position. I'm going to take the bolt. Just go through. All right, put the nut on. You want to put the arm roughly where it sits at normal ride height. It's going to be hard to torque this with the wheels on, but if you just get the arm close, that'll be good enough. Now we're going to torque this to 85 foot-pounds. And then an additional 90 degrees. Now we're going to take our adapter for a slide hammer or a bearing puller. Get this started. Now I'm just going to use a pull jack underneath the suspension, just raise it up. You want it as close to ride height as possible. Just be safe. Using a pry bar, just get underneath here. We can pry this back, make it a little easier. Get the arm in place. Pry this down. This to line up. You can use a screwdriver just to get that close. Right there. And take the new bolt, one from the back. Get that bolt in. Give it a tap. Tighten it down. Now put the cam washer on and get the nut started. Now we'll get this close to where it was when it came out. Make sure that's lined up. I'm just going to line it up with the rust marks just to get it where it was. That's good. Again, make sure the vehicle's close to ride height as possible, and we'll torque this to 95 foot-pounds. That's good. And you take this bracket off. And you can remove the pull jack. Take the wheel, line it up, get that started. Snug the bolt down, then you can let go of the wheel, get the other bolt started. Now we're going to torque the lug bolts to 90 foot-pounds in a cross pattern to tighten the wheel down evenly. Go around again, double check. It's good. Take the center cap. Where the hole is, you want that lined up with the valve stem. After finishing this installation, it's important to have an alignment done on your vehicle. Take the little hook, put it back in the toolkit, and close it up. Put it back where it goes, lift the handle, and put the handle down.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.